A man's commitment to reclaim what he believes to be rightfully his often leads him to a stage of great collision. This collision often escalates to disregard the situation and intensifies to a fight that rages on, breaking the rules of peaceful humdrum. A nation stands divided at the cusp of magnified passion. The land stands merely a spectator.
సాధించుకుంటాం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రాన్ని
సాధించుకుంటాం
సిగ్గు సిగ్గు రాయల తెలంగాణ అనడమా సిగ్గు సిగ్గు రాయల తెలంగాణ అనడమా జై తెలంగాణ
జై తెలంగాణ
జై తెలంగాణ
జై తెలంగాణ
बहुत ही थिंकिंग बहुत अच्छा था उसका। आगे बढ़े तो मैं भी उससे बहुत अच्छा बनने वाला था, लेकिन बहुत रॉन्ग डिसीजन लिया।
और अब खबर का रुख करेंगे जहां पर अनशन के जरिए राजनीति को साधने की कोशिश की जा रही है। दरअसल अलग तेलंगाना के खिलाफ तेलुगु देशम पार्टी के अध्यक्ष चंद्रबाबु नायडू कांग्रेस पर हमला बोलने की तैयारी में हैं। आज दिल्ली के जनता दरबार में नायडू अनशन पर बैठे। दिल्ली पहुंचने के बाद
The world today rages on with contemporary issues that find themselves lost in translation due to large-scale political opportunism and media propaganda. The struggle for what will be the 29th state of India, Telangana, a long drawn-out battle of 60 years, continues to claw its way through the state of Andhra Pradesh. Many lives were lost and many continue to rage on for a state that the central government has declared will now come to be.
हम बच्चों को मैथमेटिक्स बोलता था, डिग्री स्टूडेंट इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स को ये मैथ्स बोलता था। रात में 12-1 बजे तक बच्चे आके उनसे मैथ्स पूछते थे, वो कर लेते थे। अच्छा बहुत पढ़े लिखे में बहुत फास्ट था, स्पोर्ट्समैन था, बहुत एम्स तो बहुत अच्छे थे, लेकिन सडनली डिसाइड कर लिया कि कुछ मैं बनूँ तेलंगाना के लिए, मेरे वजह से कुछ होता तो ये ऐसा करूँ। क्या डिसाइड करा कि वो सुसाइड कर लेगा, ऐसा करा।
Krishnakant chose to end his life at 17 for a cause riddled with the inculcation of young boys into a fight that stands at the threshold of a long social, cultural and political struggle. The state of Andhra Pradesh comprises of 23 districts of 3 distinct parts: Telangana, Rayalaseema and coastal Andhra, referred to as Seema Andhra. The Andhra state has been carved out of the Madras Presidency in 1953 due to an agitation led by Potti Sriramulu and combined with Nizam's Hyderabad state on linguistic basis as put forth by the state's reorganization committee. The move was not welcome by the Telangana populace due to the fear of losing their jobs to the more educated and established people of Andhra. But they were placated by Jawaharlal Nehru's gentleman's agreement to look into their goodwill, and the capital was shifted from erstwhile Kurnool to the more developed city of Hyderabad. The absence of culmination led to erstwhile protests, only to see the movement being brought back into the forefront by K. Chandrasekhar Rao and his party, the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, in 2009. The movement regained lost steam when in 2013, Congress announced the decision to split the state of Andhra. The Telangana Rashtra Samiti came into being after KCR formed it due to his fallout with TDP over a cabinet position. It was formed with the purpose of securing the state of Telangana. The TDP, one of Andhra's foremost parties, is led by the former Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. The party was for the division of Andhra in 2009, but in 2013 issued statements that confirm its unclear stance on the issue, with Chandrababu fasting for the cause of unified Andhra. The MIM is one of the strongest parties in Hyderabad and other cities dominated by Muslim population. While against the split in principle, they want the interests of Hyderabad safeguarded in all respects. The YSR Congress was formed in the wake of the death of the former Chief Minister Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy, led by his son Jagan Mohan Reddy, who broke away from the Congress party. Jagan erupted into the political scene in 2013 with his staunch opposition to the Telangana bifurcation, an idea his late father was in favour of. The Congress party had always claimed to be for the split of Andhra Pradesh, right from Indira Gandhi to Sonia Gandhi. While they had promised Telangana in 2009, they did not go ahead with the decision. But the central government decided to split the state, which many consider is a decision coming in the wake of 2014 elections.
50% బడ్జెట్ ఒక్క హైదరాబాద్ నగరం నుంచే వస్తూ ఉంది.
The struggle for the separate state of Telangana has been riddled with changing political stance amidst avenues of opportunism.
Political parties have been dilly-dallying on the issue for last 9 years at least, if not more. All the parties have taken so many U-turns at every election. But at every crucial point, all the parties were making tricks and playing around the people's wishes.
While the state of Andhra Pradesh was created to bring about a larger Telugu community, there was an absence of a socio-cultural union between the regions of Telangana and coastal Andhra. The demand for Telangana rose with the emotion that the Telangana culture was suppressed in the state dominated with Andhra's culture. The argument stated that language alone could not decide the homogeneity of the society.
In this Andhra Pradesh rule, Telangana culture and literature, Telangana festivals have never come out. Say Batkama festival, Bonalu festival, we are demanding that they should get a recognition. Coming Telangana, we will see that Telangana culture is unearthed and people of Telangana learn, and so that India also knows that there is a place, there is a state which that Telangana exists and it has a historical reasoning and there is a very ancient culture and heritage in Telangana, and entire India should know about it.
The difference in cultural and social sentiment has given rise to a feeling of contempt for the two sides. While the Telangana people believe that division and that alone will grant them social independence, the people of Andhra believe in a stronger need for oneness.
There has been a phase in the Telangana agitation. First, an expectation that someday Telangana would come. And then after the agitation started, there was an anticipation that yes, we are finally going to get Telangana. And then there is another phase of stage saying that the depression. So expectation, anticipation, depression, and the latest stage which we are going through is frustration. We have a history of Telangana students going to a village in Srikakulam when the weaker section, the marginalized sections were attacked there by another castes. So we went there, we were with the same Andhra University today who is doing the agitation. Telangana people are very emotional, and before they go to the fourth stage of frustration, as they are telling that if Telangana is given, Maoism or Naxalism may arise, but if Telangana is not given, a phase of frustration would arise, and definitely these kind of elements also may come in.
ఢిల్లీలో కూర్చుని పిక్ పాకెటర్స్ ఒక రకంగా చెప్పాలంటే జేబులు కొట్టే బ్యాచ్ని దగ్గర పెట్టుకుని వాళ్ళు చెప్పినటువంటి సలహాలు మాత్రమే వింటూ సోనియా గాంధీ రాష్ట్రాన్ని సర్వనాశనం చేసింది. ఎందుకంటే 33-34 ఎంపీలను ఇచ్చినటువంటి రాష్ట్రాన్ని సర్వనాశనం చేస్తుందా.
మా దేశం మాకు కావాలి, మా నిధులు మాకు కావాలి, ఏదైనా మాది మాకు ఉండాలి.
यहाँ की पोजीशन ऐसी है कि जैसे दोनों के तरफ के पक्षी मिले हुए, दो पक्षी को अलग करेंगे तो कितना तकलीफ होगा. कम से कम 15 साल तक तो हमारे को तकलीफ होगी क्योंकि जो सा तेलंगाना तब तक सुधरेगा नहीं, तब तक जो तकलीफ होगी हमारे को। आप सोच सकते हैं कि जो से जब एक घर में जो से 4 आदमी रहते हैं, 4 आदमी से 2 आदमी को बाहर निकाले तो घर कैसा नजर आएगा?
There's going to be a social chaos. Social chaos in terms of the economical crisis, in terms of social degradation. They don't know how to cope up with the stress. You might see a lot of violence, a lot of feeling of differences might cause a lot of from education to the basic mindset would change.
The city that withholds 1,000 untold stories within its minarets, Hyderabad has been witness to many a historical and social change. One of the strongest political and archetypal cities of the country, it has grown to be an industrial and metropolitan powerhouse in the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Hyderabad has for years accommodated people from different parts of the world, and therefore it believes in what you call Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. The intermixing of cultures is what really produced Hyderabad. So accommodating some more people from Andhra is not a issue at all as far as Hyderabad is concerned. It practices, it not only believes, but Hyderabad practices multiculturalism. There is scope for everyone and anyone to come and live in Hyderabad.
We feel proud that being an Indian, I come from a city which is known for its culture, language, and there's a lot of history over here. So yes, there's a lot of emotional attachment to the city of Hyderabad as far as I am concerned.
Hyderabad continues to serve as the driving clause of the Telangana protest. With the new state having been announced, there is a growing disagreement to have Hyderabad as the shared capital.
This whole concept of common capital, joint capital is not good for the overall development of Hyderabad. And one must understand that Hyderabad is the 5th largest city. So it is in the national interest that Hyderabad continues to grow, it continues to attract investment. Because you see, for Telangana, Hyderabad is the only growth engine. So this joint capital, joint management, administration, it's totally unworkable. This will definitely, already with a lot of agitations and from last 2-3 years, the brand image of Hyderabad has suffered a lot. And this will again be a great a wrong step if it is being done.
One more important change that will be in effect is the need to develop a competent capital city in the state of Seemandhra once Hyderabad goes to Telangana.
This building of this notion to the public is what has created this issue. Okay, no, we need a separate Telangana. Only then Telangana will develop. Who said? To develop Hyderabad itself, it took around 75 years. Not a joke. In spite of being the richest Nizam state before independence. So you mean to say when Telangana will come, there will be a new capital formed overnight, he will start developing the assembly, the secretariat, he will be able to build it overnight? No, it would take 50 years to come to this level.
Political parties always see in everything an opportunity. But we cannot analyze the legitimacy of an issue just because the political parties see in it an opportunity. Political parties are habituated to it. Even if not this, they will have. The political parties have demonstrated a crash opportunism.
The divide of a state is not limited to etching a border across the point of division. History is witness to the deep socio-economic repercussions that come through with the splitting of a state into two. In the state of Andhra, the flow of water takes place from the north to south. With majority of the fields located in coastal Andhra and the water coming in from Telangana, a clear imbalance persists in the wake of the division.
If the state is bifurcated, whatever the illegal tapping of the water that were legally due to the Telangana, that will be illegal diversions will be stopped. Not that they will get any additional water. Telangana will not get more than its entitlement. But whatever the legally due allotments, earlier it was not flowing, that will come.
A quaint city in Simandhra is dealing with the uncertainty of its fate. Vijayawada, the city pegged to be the contender for the new capital in Simandhra. Coastal Andhra, most popularly referred as the Annapurna of the state, is abundant with arable fields and its conduciveness to the paddy crop. Rice, the main component of the meal of the Telugu community, is grown in Simandhra and sent to the rest of the state. While the division will grant Andhra a fancy package to build a capital, it's a decision still not welcomed by its populace.
రాజధాని అన్నదమ్ముళ్ళు ఇడిపోయేటప్పుడు బయటికి వెళ్ళే మనిషి కొత్త కట్టుకోవడం సహజం. పాతగా ఉన్నది మాత్రం రాజధాని సమైక్య ఉన్న దాంట్లోనే రాజధాని ఉండటం చాలా ఉత్తమమైన మాట. అన్నదమ్ముళ్ళు ఇడిపోయేటప్పుడు కూడాను పాతిళ్ళు ఉండవాళ్ళకే ఇస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి బయటికి వెళ్ళే మనిషికి పాత ఇల్లు ఇవ్వట్ల. అలాగే ఈ రాజధాని కూడా పాతగా ఉన్నదాన్ని బట్టి రాజధాని ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్కే ఉండాలి. ఇడిపోయే మనిషికి కొత్తది కట్టుకోవాలి. ఇడిపోతున్నాను అనే అంశం వచ్చింది కాబట్టి ఆ ఇడిపోయే అంశం బయటకి వెళ్తున్నాడు కాబట్టి బయట కట్టుకోవడం అందరికీ చేప్టికరం.
Amongst Telangana's existing industries lies the glorious mining sector that breeds growth in Singareni. Economic analysts predict that the Singareni coal mines will be the main revenue generator for the new state of Telangana. But the doubt that leaves many wondering is Telangana's loss of agricultural land to Simandhra and whether large-scale development of the new state will take place as promised, and whether the sharing of resources between the states will take place with justification.
సెపరేషన్ అయినప్పుడు ఈవెన్ ఇన్ బ్రదర్స్లో కూడా సెపరేషన్ అయినప్పుడు ఈ బ్రదర్స్ ఇద్దరి మధ్యన 2 వెర్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. 2 వెర్షన్స్, కానీ ఆ వెర్షన్స్ ఏవి స్టాండ్ అవ్వు. ఏది జస్టిఫైయో దానికి వెళ్తుంది. ఏమనుకుంటారు, హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి రెవెన్యూ అంతా మాకే ఉండాలి, అంతకుముందు 24 డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్కి ఉన్న రెవెన్యూ అంతా కేవలం ఈ 10 డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్కి ఉండాలి. ఇంతే కదా నార్మల్ ఫినామినా. దీన్ని ఎవ్వరూ కూడా చూడడానికి కూడా వినడానికి కూడా బాగోదు. అందుకని జస్టిఫై చేసే విధానంలో కొంత హైదరాబాద్ రెవెన్యూను కూడా మరి స్టేట్కి కొంత సెపరేట్ చేస్తుంది. ఎవరినో కొంత డ్యామేజ్ చేస్తూ మరొకరికి జస్టిఫై జరగదు. ఇక్కడ నాకే మొత్తం కావాలనుకున్నా సరే జరగదు.
The fight between Telangana and Simandhra has forever ignored the third significant part of Andhra Pradesh, the place with barren lands and low rainfall, and that which is also culturally distinctive, Rayalaseema.
This bifurcation is going to hurt Anantapur a lot, because Anantapur receives the lowest rainfall in India. It receives the lowest rainfall than Jaisalmer. So its human development indicators are pathetic. So I feel that the biggest hit that will happen will be to Anantapur only.
I don't find any validation for the separate Telangana, because mostly it is based on false and fabricated information. After formation of Andhra Pradesh, the coastal and the most backward region, as on date, certified by Justice Sri Krishna Committee, is Rayalaseema, next north coastal, and it's not Telangana, as it was circulated in other places. That's why the people of Telangana will get more beneficial because of the bifurcation, and coastal Rayalaseema, they will be with empty hands.
The Telangana movement rages on, in spite of the growing indecisiveness over the issue, and has managed to thaw its way through the state of Andhra Pradesh. But the pertinent question that remains to be asked is whether there is a failure of the political system at the top that is leading to such a passionate cry of war among people of one nationality.
People put their sweat, their energy, their time to bring the project to their place, because their villagers are doing. That is where it is coming. Their Political people, their MLAs are spending time. You let your people spend time. Let them bring projects to your place. Push your people, push your leaders to bring projects to your place, to develop your place, to civilize your place, to educate your people, educate your village people, educate your sarpanch.
There is a similar demand to create Vidarbha. Just for example's sake, I'm giving you, if Vidarbha is created, again this question will come over Mumbai. Where will Mumbai go? So these are the things which will definitely come up in future. So you must have a criteria. You must have laid down guidelines or principles. If you don't have that, believe me, this is going to lead to a lot of turmoil.
The Telangana divide is like a Pandora's box. It would crash, burn, and repeat elsewhere. The question that beckons is the split really inevitable?